Good afternoon, everyone. I really did this backwards. This is going to be the first beginning, and then I will make the natural herb bath bomb. This is what we're talking about, a discussion with turmeric and ginger. And so I thought I would do a little coffee break, but instead I'm having tea. See, I'm being good. Let me have a sip. Very good. Hopefully it'll calm my nerves down because Danny's driving me crazy not being able to go outside. All right. So let's get down to it. We all know how good turmeric and ginger is for nutritional values. And did you know that it's awfully good for the skin too? So that's what we're going to talk about. And in the bottom of this video, we'll have a disclosure that this is just for informational purposes, education, and just a little chat, having a tea break. Okay. I know many of you out there has researched turmeric and ginger at times and putting it in tea, putting it in food, all the things that are beneficial to it. The turmeric and the curcumin, which turmeric has curcumin in it, but it's at a lower dosage. So the things that you can get on the market, I will put a link down below that has a higher percentage of their turmeric having curcumin in it, and it is very, very important. That's what gives the turmeric its power. For the immune system, it is an anti-inflammatory, which is very good for stiffness in joints. It is a natural painkiller. It has all these different kinds of benefits, helps reduce the pain and stiffness in your RA and your OA. If you have arthritis, you know what that's about. It also, I'm reading this because I'm so flabbergasted. You see me when I go to make the bath bombs. It's a scatterbrain day. What's really, really neat about it is it blocks antihistamine or histamines. So if you have allergies from, pollen, things out there, it's very, very good to, take turmeric. I'm not getting on the medical value on ingesting orally. I'm just hitting a little bit on it. This is a really neat one, but I tried it, and I told you about my migraines before. There's like 700 different types of migraines, and I have one of the worst, and that's hereditary. I have tried the cumin, or not the cumin, but the turmeric and the curcumin, and it didn't phase it at all. It might have helped just a little bit, but no. When a full-blown migraine hits me, it's like bam. Once in a while, I'll get a feeling, and I know that it's kind of like you're going to have one of those days, so just try to be, less stressful for the day. And usually that's when I will wrap soap or watch a movie, just kind of chill out. But it does help an awful lot of migraine sufferers. And what it does is with your, when you have migraines, your light sensory, the neurons, just with sensitivities of different things, those type of nerves, and this stuff hits it, and it helps to balance it in a natural painkiller. So it's very, very good for people that have chronic pain and nerve damage and things like that. Also good for weight loss. And the reason is it takes your metabolic rate and just puts it fast forward. So it helps a lot. That has been a great big study on it. Oh, let's see. It's one of the only things that can go past the brain barrier, which I've talked before in different videos about that. There's very, very few things that will pass through it, which is very important that it doesn't, but this is one. So, that is on ingesting. Not just kind of hitting and missing here. A lot of people have read about it, and you know, if you're a naturalist, you know even more than I do about that. What I'm going to get at is for the skin. Yay! You know, especially soap makers and bath product makers. You know, it's important. And I love to study about herbs and spices. You know, I have for decades, my granny. So that's what we are going to go on. So when I mentioned the things about the ingesting orally and the medical values that it has, and this has all been, you know, medical researches. That's what they help. Most important thing I want to get at is there are two different schools of medicine. You have your Eastern, which is traditional, and you have your Westerners, which is us in the United States and Canada and whatnot, and it's usually pharmaceutical. And just recently, in the last 10 years, they are really trying to get it together and work together. But before, it was like magnet, you know, opposite ends. It was just terrible. What I'm getting at is, if you're a traditional or a naturalist, you know, type of schooling for medicine and whatnot, and that's usually, I'm only going to pick out two, but there's many on the eastern part, but the two biggest is India and China. Their medicines, natural medicine remedies, if you will, what we call in the States, has thousands of years. I mean, just tried and true. And like I said, it's only been the last decade that Western School of Medicine is, you know, looking at a lot of things. That's why they're doing a lot of research, you know, seeing more things that are natural, God-given, put here for a reason. This is what I'm getting at. Come on, Patti, spit it out. Is when you go to mix both of them, you must be careful. You must be careful. If you are on one side or the other. And the reason is just choosing these two things, looking at turmeric and ginger. When you start to mix, when you go to the doctor, he puts you on this kind of meds or that for, let's say, high blood pressure, let's say blood clotting, and other things like that. You have to be very, very careful of what natural remedies or herbs or whatever supplements that you are using. It can do a number on you. It can kill you. It definitely can. With turmeric, if you are on, let's say, what could I use? Okay, an anticoagulant medication because you had blood clots, or, you know, you're going to have surgery, or, you know, whatever. Maybe you have a lot of plaque in your arteries, and I'm not going to get into the medical part. I love to dig deep in that, but we're not going to go there. We're doing skin. Okay, so let's say that you are taking that, the medicine that your doctor prescribed, and then all of a sudden, it's all over the place. The new wave of, you know, healthcare, taking turmeric supplement. because it's good for this and it's good for that and stuff. Do you know that it could land your butt either in the grave, in the hospital, it could do any of that kind of damage. So what I'm trying to say is please, please, please be careful when you are mixing oral, okay? So today we're going to talk about soaking in it, and it's called transdermal, absorption, which is really cool. The skin is wonderful. You have all different kinds of different sizes of, bits and pieces of anything that's good for you um, that will penetrate into the cell. There are some that are way too big. Let's say fragrances. Some of the fragrances of that, components put together are huge molecules that will not go deep into the skin. On the other hand, essential oils. If you don't know what you're doing, come on, a little is better than, a lot. It really is. Because some of them, they are very small molecules and they can pass through all the way down into the blood. And then there's a possibility of which one it could be. You could build up a toxicity. So that's why you have to know what you're doing, not just hearing about it and saying, oh wow, the new, rage is this and that. So be careful mixing the two, the Eastern and the Western, and the two different schoolings. Doesn't mean that one's right and one's wrong. It depends on where side of the fence you are, what your studies are, what you do. If you don't know, go do research. Talk to your doctor, talk to whoever is in charge of your well-being, and ask them, can I mix this anymore? They will put on all your medicines. I like to read all this stuff. I am just a weirdo. But I get a new prescription medicine that the doctor prescribed, and I am reading that book. And then I will go and I will start just digging and digging. I mean, all different kinds of stuff. Yes, even, medical dictionaries and all different kinds of stuff. The drug books. I'm just a nut on that, but I've always been that way. It doesn't mean you have to go that far, but you need to at least read that booklet that with new meds coming in, because anymore they are talking about different herbs and different supplements, vitamins and whatever, because it's all out there and it is good, but you gotta know what is good and what isn't when you go to mix the two. So let's see. Okay, we hit on that. Well, I'm telling you some big words for this old hillbilly, but the curcuminoids they all belong to the polyphenols, and with the phenols, it is, you've heard of antioxidants and gobbling up free radicals, okay, toxins and other things that, Danny, what are you doing? You better go, because you're going to disturb me and then I won't be able to think like I've been all day. It goes in there and it gobbles up free radicals, and free radicals, I'm not going to get into it, but it's quite interesting on its own. Cancers getting out of hand. We all have cancer cells, but if your body is in harmony with itself, it will take care of them. It's when your immune system, everything is out of whack and stuff, there's a chance of it, developing and taking off. We're talking about the cancer cells in our bodies. So the polyphenols, which are antioxidants, all of them, will go in there and kill out those free radicals, those ones that are playing mischief in your body and says, nope, you're targeted, so we're going to go get it. So, let's see. Okay, with cumin, or curcumin and turmeric, because that's what turmeric has in it, that's what gives it its power, is really, really neat and all by itself, as we've been talking about, because it's a lot of anti-inflammatory agents, and that's where we talked about with being able to ease stress, take away, it's a natural pain reliever, and they've done many, many documents and research and clinical trials on it. So the biggest thing is that it goes and it gobbles up toxins, the toxicity buildup in your system for whatever. It could be environmental getting in, or it can be those free radicals moving around because your body's out of balance. They have a lot of really neat in India, just to listen to some of the Indian doctors, talking about, what's good for you and what's not. They hit it right on target. Like I said, it's mixing the two that gets you in trouble. Let's see, in Chinese medicine and Indian medicine, they don't mix the two. So they know what they're talking about because they've used it for thousands of years. We are still like new babies in many, many ways. I think we do very well in surgery, though. We do top-notch stuff like that. But talking about, supplements and medications and things like that, they can give you something to take and, start by cleansing and building up, your immune system and other things that go and target it, those free radicals. Well, on our skin, we have a lot of things, and we can ingest, but through transdermal, absorption. So, one thing good about it is that it works, and if it soothes the skin and other things, then why not make a bath bomb? Why not make bath soaks? Why not do things that you are not going to harmfully, take it in and mix medicines, so to speak. One thing I thought was very interesting is that turmeric and the curcuminoids, which turmeric is on that side, if you add black pepper, and you'll see a lot of places, especially the Indian, medicines or regimens or whatever I should say, because they do a lot of soaking, too, with the skin, is throwing in black pepper. I thought, I don't understand why would they want to, have it on your skin. Well, believe it or not, with the black pepper, it takes and it will make the absorption, are you ready for this? 2,000% more. So, guess what's in the bath bomb? Yep, we're going to add a little bit of black pepper. Let's see. So, absorption with black pepper, also with, using ginger. We know that, putting ginger on our face, making little, muds and things like that, it helps radiate the skin, and it just makes the skin more pliable, and that's the beauty in that part. Okay, I think, warning about taking things orally, anticoagulants, medicine is one of the worst, so be careful with that. But using soap with turmeric in it or soaking in it is antibacterial and antiviral. Woohoo! How do we get viruses in? Yeah. Or touching, moist parts in our body, our eyes, our mouth, our nose, anything like that. So what's nice is that it's taking it off the skin, so you're not worrying about that for a few minutes anyways. That's all I can say. But antibacterial, very, very good if you're gonna have surgery or you had surgery and the doctor said it's okay to soak. You know, that would be a nice little soak with that in there. Let's see, stress relief, yes, turmeric, woohoo, and same way with ginger, stress relief. There's just something about it when it is being absorbed into your skin. Even smelling it, it's, you know, just a relaxing thing. It helps alleviate depression and anxiety, so why not soak in that good stuff? Make sure it's 20-30 minutes. Okay, yes, joint pain caused by inflammation. Turmeric is wonderful, and so is ginger on, you know, alleviating inflammation. Yes, you can get down into that skin. Might not go all the way to your bones and your joints, but, you know, you're getting some of it, absorbing some of it to help with that. If you have rashes or things like that, both of them, turmeric and ginger, wonderful. And let's see. Oh, and the nice thing about it helps soothe the skin. So yeah, it's helping you detox. It is softening your skin. It also helps with dry skin. Terrible, like eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, and one of the worst is, and this is a big old word, is ichthyosis. It is a very, very just dry, scaly, I mean, it looks like fish scales, scaly skin. And you just can't just sit there and start peeling it off because it is painful and it just keeps layering and layering. Well, soaking in something like this, it helps soften it up so that it would help slough it off. And with the bath bomb that we are going to be making has a lot of other things in it. And I'm just running around on it. I think that detoxing, yes, skin renewal, that helps with the ichthyosis and a lot of different skin rashes. Talking about ginger, antioxidant properties, probably even more. It's got 40 of them. It improves the skin elasticity, woohoo, and makes you look a little bit, you know, softer, and sure, don't take away Arizona wrinkles, but it helps soften the skin, helps rejuvenate it. It's an antibacterial. Whoa, there's another one. So we're having a lot of antibacterial. It helps improve blood circulation because it draws up that blood, opens them up, and just gets the blood or the blood up near the surface so that, you know, it can help with rejuvenating. Anti-inflammatory, here we go. Helps soothe skin issues such as rashes, poison ivy, you name it, poison oak, sunburn, psoriasis, antibacterial. But just remember this one thing, a little bit goes a long way, so don't be heaping it in. A little bit goes a long way because it can, you know, bring that tingling, heated feeling, if you will, on your skin. And remember, no hot baths. Come on, you guys. That really just taunts the skin and it makes it so nothing can absorb in it, but it starts drying it out. It just sucking all that moisture out in between the layers. So just, you know, I'm not saying lukewarm or cold, but quit taking the hot baths. Alrighty, now in this herbal bath bomb is bentonite clay. Bentonite clay has lots and lots of minerals, I'm telling you, and it's made from volcanic ash. It is one of the best detoxing clays out there. and I use it in my diaper rash cream, preventative for the babies. I use it in that. I think, I don't know if I still have it written down or what, but you can go back and look at that video. It might be a long one like this, but that's one of the main reasons I use it. It's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. Yep, everything in here is that. The best drawing agent for detox, pulling out, you know, all the yucky stuff in your body that has been built up. So that's what all the toxicity is, detoxing. It's pulling it up and getting rid of it. Helps clear skin issues such as rashes, irritants. Yeah, irritants. Helps soothe the eczema and psoriasis, ichthyosis. You know, it's so painful, but it would be so nice to be able to soak in that. You know, just you have to use one every night. Well, why not? It helps, as you know, clear acne. Takes away excess oils that are just going crazy, just overdoing it. And that's why I put it in natural deodorant. And we talked about that part. And it helps with wound healing, old and babies' butts, and our skin that's all messed up. Yes, very soothing. Love bentonite clay. Love it, love it, love it. Then here comes the hillbilly part. So mixing up and whatnot, we get a good drink of my tea. Yes, it does have ginger in it. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Okay, allotones. I love using it in a lot of things. I don't put it in my soap because it's precious and it's a wash-off product. But if you think about soaking in a tub with a nice bath bomb that has it in there, oh, the goodies. Yes. So this hillbilly puts allotone in it. And if anyone has bought the, what is it, shower lotion? Yeah, shower lotion. I got it in there. And Miss Cindy, she says, I don't know the difference between, because she makes lotion and everything like that, but she loves the face lotion. And yeah, I will do a teaching on that and show you, but go and do the research on it. Yes, Miss Cindy, it is in there. And so is urea. And I am going to do a coffee break talking about that, which I have researched for a long, long time and have used it for quite a while. And in my hillbilly lecturing, if I can say, sharing good news, I will talk about that. So both of them, allotone and urea is in it. Allotone, and it is found in comfrey herbs. Now, there's a big old thing out there, and yes, in Europe it is banned, and you know, there's quite a little bit of controversy on it, and I kind of believe this. There's too many people that use things because, oh, it's good for you. Yeah, and they overdo it. And yes, you can build up a toxicity in your system, no matter if it's on skin or, and you would never, ever want to take it as a supplement. No. But people are out there. So what do? You know, can you say no, no, no? I can understand why you're upset. No. It's not going into any kind of beauty products, cosmetic products, whatever. I understand it. So I don't know how they do this, but there's components that allotone has in a lot of different things. But I'm just throwing out with the comfrey herb. It has it in there. It's not a full dosage, and that's not where it all comes from. But that is one good source in it. And we've heard, like in my granny's days, but you did not use that every day. She never went to school and was educated, but it was passed down that was, don't do it. It is only for emergencies on certain things. And so that's how I do it. But that's just one, part of the comfrey herb that has a little bit of that in it. There's other things, go look for it. It is wonderful. And I don't think Europe banded allotone. I don't think so. But I wanted to talk about the comfrey because we've gotten on that. And Miss Renee knows an awful lot about herbs, so, bug her too. Okay, so it's a natural exfoliant. That helps lots, sloughing off skin, but this is what I'm going to be getting at. It is one of the best wound healing. It encourages new tissue growth. It protects the skin, leaves a layer. Like I like to use marshmallow root. Another good, simple, very, very good. You don't have to worry about herb. It helps to hydrate the skin, pulling in moisture. And when you use it with urea, bam, you got the best. And let's see, softening skin, healing damaged skin like sunburns and whatever. But let's go back up to wound healing, the best. Do you know what they use allotone in? In, let's say, the western part, I know that the eastern traditional medicines and naturalists here use it for. But do you know that just recently they started using it for burn patients? Oh yeah, this stuff helps to slough off old skin and promotes, it just starts, bam, it just goes crazy in trying to promote new skin growth. And yes, burn patients, they use it to help remove the dead skin, the dead tissues, anyways, it just makes me sad thinking about, burn patients. Okay, but that's as far as I'm going to go on that, but they are using that now, and yay, they make up solutions and solvents and stuff, and it's so easy to get that off because it has to be debriefed. It has to come off. You cannot leave it there. So every day, sometimes twice a day, when Amanda had her accident and got hit. And she's got a really messed up leg. Praise the Lord, she still got that leg. But I was there all the way with that doc in a very small hospital, but he was top #1 orthopedic, and learned an awful lot about, because I had to take her back to Arizona. It happened in Michigan, had to take her back to Arizona months, and I was the one with my doctor there that had to take care of that. And that's how I found out a lot about the allotone and removing, it's just, you can imagine, and in burn patients. So it is a wonderful, wonderful, product or ingredient to put in your bath water. Not to put in the soap because you'll be rinsing it just down there, but it calms irritating skin, no matter what it is. It just soothes it. It is just so wonderful. I can't talk enough about that, but it is one of the best beauty secrets around there that they are learning about, and that's with allotone and urea. I love both of them. Okay, then we talked about the ginger, talked about the allotone, and I will talk separately about the urea with them two together, and the bentonite clay, that's in there. And let's see, I'm going to be using essential oils. You can, and in the video you will see, you can use fragrance oils if you want to put in there because you love something that's good in your water. and you're not a total naturalist, so you can go with a good fragrance oils, not things that are on a Walmart shelf that are for candles or scents or whatever, or I don't know, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and they got things for soap and whatnot. It's just, yes, you can use it, but go get the good stuff. Get the stuff that doesn't have free radicals rolling around and phthalates and all different kinds of stuff. And yes, California is banned a lot. It's got a big old long list. So you want to find very, very good fragrance oils, skin safe. You can do that. So I'm putting essential oils in here. And I think Jen, let's see, is it over soap nuts and soaps or something like that? Jen, I'm so sorry. But anyways, any of them on our that are subscribed to this channel, just go over there and click and go like them and everything. Help them build, what they know. But Jen, she knows an awful lot. That's her passion. And she's a soap maker, and she also makes all different kinds of stuff. I just love to go visit her. But anyways, essential oils. I got frankincense in here. Let's see. I got frankincense. I got a little bit of lavender, and I got a little bit of orange. And I thought them mixed up really good. I'm a spicy gal. I'm an earthy gal. So I really love those fragrances. I wouldn't, if it's for me or Miss Cindy, she likes both too. She into those herbs too. We send our happy boxes back and forth, so that's why you hear me talk about her all the time. She would love a really, really good smelling bath bomb with turmeric and ginger and all the good stuff that's in there, and she wouldn't mind using one with fragrance oil. That is good. So it's just what you prefer, what you want. There's a lot of naturalists. Patrick, Renee, Jen, I can go on and on. No more than I do about that essential oils. So you go look that up. And let's see. Lastly, I have an Epsom salt herbal bath soak, and it uses the turmeric and the ginger. And I think I put a little bit of powdered orange peel that I did. Put that in there. Just, have at it with the essential oils in that one. Go to sell it. It would be lemongrass and rosemary. Love, love, love that. But again, if I make it for me, depends on the mood. I might want to put some really, really good earthy fragrance oil in it, which would be, let's see, Egyptian dragon. I can think of a lot of them, but Egyptian dragon and blood. I don't know. I have a brain fart. Danny didn't hear me, but anyways. So, I hope this gives you a little bit of info on, what I love to do. And just, I am today on this, but it will be okay. All right. Love y'all. Hope you enjoy making the bath bombs with us. All right. Bye-bye. These are the bath bombs. And see, they're like a yellow, greenish color, and I think they are beautiful. Turned out very, very well. I didn't make the little ones from that meatball thing because I just didn't feel like fooling around with it. But anyways, there you go. We're getting ready to make these natural herb bath bombs. That's what I said in the previous, just before this. And this is turmeric and ginger. And we talked about that. And in here I have all of my powders. I have the baking soda, the citric acid, the cornstarch, the bentonite clay. And then in here I have all of my herbs, which is turmeric and ginger and black pepper. Yes, we talked about that. Powdered honey. And then for a twist, on the western side of medicine, and this is the hillbilly's twist. I will talk later about each one of these in a little coffee break, but urea and allantoin powder. Then I have here my wedding solution. I have my essential oils. I have the sunflower, and it's mixed with dendritic salt. Remember, that's what keeps the fragrances and everything together. And I also have two, this is the hillbilly twist, because you know I don't want anyone to fall in the bathtub. Especially at 62 years old, I can imagine even before that. No slippy slidey, so we add the polysorbate 80. You can leave it out, you can do whatever you want to, but this hillbilly, yeah, we don't want no slipping and sliding. Okay. The essential oils is frankincense, lavender, and orange. And so we have all of this mixed up in here. Now, I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but usually I share all of my formulas and recipes for bath products, except for this time, you guys. And I'm going to get down here again so you see this old hillbilly, I think. Hello. Anyways, this one is going to cost you if you are interested in it. Right, Danny?
What?
Remember what we said? Come here.
Oh, yeah.
Come here. Let me get you up here just a little bit so we can talk. Come here. Okay. Get down here with me. I'm looking. You come look. Come look. Get down. Come on. You can do it. There you go. A little bit more. You got to help me. You're my star. Okay. Ready? This will cost you, if you want this recipe. It's not free, is it, Danny?
No.
Okay. Here is the price. Danny, get down
She
here.
said a bunches of hugs.
Yeah, bushels of hugs.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's bushels of hugs. It's not free, so I want bushels of hugs. Anyways, I thought I'd throw that in there. But normally, all of my bath products is free for the asking. I don't usually put it on there, so you know the asking, and you guys know why, because I've talked about that before. So anyways, a bushel of hugs, that's the price. Alright, let's get busy on this. I can get back down here. I figured Danny would get in there, but Renee, I tried. Alright, I mixed this all, and what I did is I didn't want any clumps in here, even though, whoop, you guys fell down. Let me see if I can get this better. Danny's not here, so I'm going to have a mess on my hands. Stay there. Okay. Anyways, adding the cornstarch in here is what you see with the clumps, which it isn't really clumps. It's just, that's what holds it together. Now, I did not weigh out these, and by the way, after we get this done, I will put up the formula, the recipe for this, and then you guys can take a snapshot or whatever, because I am a busy hillbilly and I just don't have time to print it all out or type it all out. Right, Danny?
Yeah.
So, the glue to this is the bentonite clay. you don't really have to be precise is what I'm getting at. I did not have enough cornstarch in here. I think in this one it was 1.5 cups of cornstarch. You can use tapioca starch, you can use whatever you want to. Does not matter. You just want it to be, you know, where it should not just sink so much, I guess. But that's about it. Making it fluffy and putting it in there. And of course, cornstarch and tapioca starch helps with the softening of skins, like calluses and whatnot. But it's a helper. It doesn't do too much. So, so I didn't have enough of that. So I just used what I had, and I think it was almost a cup. That was it. Citric acid and baking soda. You know, I mean, I give you in measurements, like cups and tablespoons and teaspoons, and it's not measured weight. It's no biggie when it comes to making this type of a bath bomb. Now, and I told you all the things that I used, and you'll see it. So I'm just rambling on. All right. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take all of my dry herbs, spices, / all of the above. And I'm going to mix that in there. And it smells so good. I don't know why I like turmeric, but I do. And love ginger. These I measured, not peeking, but I didn't measure straight across. Okay, got that mixed up in there. And boy, I'm telling you, this poor hillbilly, yes, poor soaper, needs to get some money saved and buy some gloves, because these are absolutely driving me crazy. And you know who out there, I don't want to hear it. I'm a-trying. It's all I have for the last resort. And Miss Cindy, I'm going to show you what I'm going to send you, because I made these last night. I always try. I'm the guinea pig, the first one. Then comes Amanda. And then comes the rest of the family. But Miss Cindy, I already made yours last night. I'm going to show you after this. So let's just, and don't stand over this when you are trying to mix it. Yes, you can use a mixer. I usually do. See the clouds? Yeah, you want to keep your face away from it. But I'm just showing, if you were out in the middle of nowhere and didn't have no electricity, you can do it. And last night, it was so soothing. I must have stayed in there, should have stayed in there 30 minutes, but Danny and I were getting ready to watch our series on Tuesday nights, which is like Below Zero. So I only took like a 20-minute soak, and I didn't want to get out. Very soothing. Calms the nerves, and make sure in this video right down below where it has discussion that you read about it. This is for educational purpose. It's not anything else. So make sure you read that disclosure. But I absolutely adored this. This was very good. So you see how it's like clay. Yes, everybody knows how to make bath bombs, I think. And see, it's almost there. Not quite. So instead of using alcohol, and you can, I am using witch hazel. And I probably will end up just squirting it on there and mixing it up, because which hazel does have water in it, so you have to be careful. You don't want it to foam up. And I know there's a lot of you out there, and I say naturalists. One is, let's see, Patrick. I just love, this is my favorite thing to do, is use herbs. This is one of my most loving thing. I love to learn about them. I love to use them. And Patrick's good at this. You can pick out the essential oils that you want in there. You can add whatever else you want in there, like far as, you know, other herbs or spices. This one here is, like I said before, is an Indian and Chinese regiment, what they use together. And I spoke about that at the beginning, so I won't bore you again. But just use whatever. You know what you're doing. Now, for the other ones that love good scents, fragrances, and they want the benefits of the herbs and the spices, put whatever you want in there. Just get a good skin fragrance. Don't go to Walmart and get a fragrance for candles or blah blah blah. You know what I'm talking about. Or Hobby Lobby and whatever. Get you a good one. It doesn't have phthalate in it or can trigger mess with your immune system and everything else of the big old cosmetic companies use. And we talked about that before too. Okay, let's see. Almost no. I am just goofing off and talking about everything else. But this is just such a forgiving recipe. Very good detoxing. The color isn't going to show the yellow turmeric. It will, because of the bentonite clay, that's the color mixed with the yellow. That's what you're going to get. And I like it. And so does anyone that, whoops, we're getting, there we go. Anyone that loves green. Just want to make sure it's, see, it's about there. I'm going to do a little bit more squirts. I'm going to get the bottom, everything else. I don't know what in the world. It seems like it's like a straw or something in there. Okay. Now, we are going to make, I'm going to show Miss Cindy and everyone else bath bombs I made last night. And I even used one. All different kinds of, but yes, that's for Miss Cindy. See how thick it is? Yeah. I made some of them and some of these out of a little, I think it was ice cream cup. So that's what I made last night for checking it out and seeing if it's going to work. But today in this demonstration, what? The water in the bathtub? I know it's froze, right? Is it doing it now? Yeah. Alright, you need to leave it alone. It's not running, is it? We woke up. There shouldn't be any water in the tub. Okay, let me pause you guys because it was negative 28 degrees this morning. And even though we left the cold water running, the hot water froze up. So hang on. Oops, I can get... Okay, we're back. The drain is frozen in the tub, but I must have had some kind of water running at one time, Danny. I don't know. But anyways, what I was saying is negative 28 this morning. It's negative 24 right now, so it's a little bit warmer. So if you hear the water running in the background, excusez-moi, can't have it. You just got to do what you got to do. So, I am going to make different types so that you can see. Oh, this is not going to work with these gloves. So, I can't take them off because I will be selling these. So, I'm going to take Miss Cindy's beautiful cornflowers that she has given me. And you know what, Danny? These gloves are going to drive me absolutely bonkers. So I'm going to put a little bit in here. Press it down just a little bit. Then, yeah, I'll just stick it up here. And then do this one. You guys seen how to make bath bombs, so this isn't the big thing, just the demonstration. I think I should have gotten it a little bit more thicker. We will see. And what I'm saying about the glue, there you go. Isn't that pretty? We'll just stick that one over here. And let's do something else. Okay, let's do a round one. And I'm going to need some cornflowers in this. Don't have to have a lot, but since this is a natural, I'll put that down in there. Ah, these gloves, you guys. Okay, let's take these out. And fill this up. That's how I do it. Then take this and scoop it. And then we're going to press it. And it feels like I could have gotten a little bit more in there. But you know what? It's going to be okay. And I don't leave these in here because, like I said, bentonite clay, the glue. And make sure. And you can hear it. Let's see. What do we have? Voila! Now I'm going to put that back on there. And get this side up. Just a little tappy tap. Whoops. That didn't look so pretty. And voila, as fast as I can do it. So now we got that kind. What other ones? And these were the ones that I did yesterday or last night. You can use any kind at all. Anything. Let's do a, this is the meatball one that I use to make come on, Patti, come on, girl, my foot bombs. So let's use these. And how you can package these is make up a whole bunch of these little ones. Then people that only use a little bit in their bath can put one in there. Oopsie, that's not good. It's been a long time since I made these, huh? Oh yeah. Nope, my glue. Nope. I gotta do this again. I am getting this. Look at that. Such a hurry. Such a hurry. When I was making the foot ones, I was like, oh man, just to learn it. But then when you make them, it ain't nothing. If you keep making them, this has been a long time. Okay, let's try this again. If not, you still get my drift. This is what you use, okay? All right. Looks like it is going to give me a problem because I can't remember. Maybe I should have wrote it down, huh, guys? Let's see. No, it's going to come off there. Anyways, you get my drift. You can do that, and I will do that later, but I don't want to make this a huge, huge thing. I love this thing, really. I do. But getting used to it again, ain't got the time. So let's make a few more of the round ones, and then I'm going to put the other ones in these. And I'll probably get a comment saying, you're just scatterbrained all over. Yep, some days I is. And bless you anyways, huh? It doesn't bother me. I know I'm a scatterbrain at times. Oh my goodness. Long video from... Uh-oh. Danny, what? I think we're getting some hot water running in here.
Okay.
Just let it go and see what happens. All right. Don't touch it. I mean, don't turn it off. All right. Now, that was one thing I was going to talk about. I use the soap. Oh, what is it? Oh my goodness. It's a software. Soap maker software or something like that. Isn't it pretty? I love how they turn out. So giving when you use the bentonite clay. And then I will figure out how much it is to put it up on sale. So right now I cannot say on the website when I do this. And if you wanted to ahead of time, I think Nicole, she makes some beautiful bath bombs, but she wanted to make a natural one like this. Her and Wayne can make up, you know, the little things that go inside, I don't know, embeds that make it go fizzy and whatnot. This would be one too. You could just make it so that it doesn't have any colorant or anything like that. If you wanted to make it absolutely organic, if you will, natural. This is just a demonstration of the recipe. That will cost you. There's that side. Ooh, Danny, come here. Danny? What? Oh, never mind. Had. What? Never mind, I got it. Oh. Had something on my glove and I couldn't get it off. Oh! Isn't that pretty? Yes. So, and then I will put it on the website how much they are, and that one just cracked. So that would be mine. No, not the Cindy's. Okay, since I talked and yacked at the beginning of this, this is just a demonstration, and I'm going to go get something to eat and drink and check on my, wondering in the background if that hot water is going to go. But praise the Lord anyways, for the good things that always come our way. So, this is what the word of the day is for everyone. Worry about, what, Danny? Worry about nothing.
Nothing.
Pray about
Everything.
everything. There you go. All right. You guys all have a blessed day. I hope this, Danny, don't touch. Hope this video helps you all. And the crazy old hillbilly that's getting distracted. Love y'all. And wait, Danny, because we got to do this. Or, that was a question of the day. That was an answer of the day. And we have the Epsom salt herbal bath soap too on here, you guys. Danny,
what?
Can we get this in somehow where they can see it? Let's
I don't
see.
know.
You don't know. You just want to play with everything. So let me get it back here, you guys, because this is just on a small little thing. All right, can we take a snapshot of it, Danny? Can you take a picture of it? Do you know how? Look on there. Did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Love y'all. We will see you later. Bye. You want to take it off?